like when more of the live chats from the driver's seat. A couple different people said they kind of liked that, so rather than look at my ugly mug, they all like it when I show off the beautiful Nebraska countryside. So we will do that. Give some people a chance to join in live if they want to. Looks like we've got Jason is in the house. What's up, Jason? We've got one viewer anyway. Kinky's in the house. Got a couple things that I actually do want to talk about. Matt's Hexy, what's up? I'm not the shooty, I'm the shooter. I know it's just a typo. I get it. Anyway, as I was coming over to where the town I just left, and there's always a dead spot, so I've got to wait to get past a certain part before I can turn the camera on coming back. But as I was heading over this morning, I was listening to a video, I think it was from Michael Knowles on MRC TV channel, but he was talking about AOC, one of our favorite people that we love to make fun of, right? Who else we got on there? We've got Calaveras, we've got Snob's wife, cool. So Mike Knowles was talking about AOC. She was telling a story about when she was in college, and she was about 19. She was mentoring a young lady who was a few years younger than she was, still in high school, very precocious young lady, it sounds like. She got into a bunch of prestigious colleges, accepted her, and the problem was that this girl, according to AOC, and I'm paraphrasing obviously, but according to her story that she was retelling, this young lady came from what she called a solid middle class family. So they had money, but not a bunch. You know, they didn't have a lot of disposable income. They just weren't, nearing the poverty line. They were a solid middle class family. And she got accepted to all of these expensive, prestigious schools. She got accepted into her dream college. And in order to go to this dream college, the young girl took it upon herself to take out about $250,000 in student loans just to go to her dream college. And AOC thought that was preposterous, that she should have to pay back $250,000 in student loans. That's just not right. Now, the issue that I have with this is something that I came up with even before Michael Knowles said it in his video, but she's not talking about it cost $250,000 to go to college. She's talking about it cost $250,000 to go to the college that the young lady dreamed of her whole life. Okay? She could have just as well taken her generals at a 2-year junior college or community college, saved a crap ton of money, and then transferred either to that prestigious one or even just gone to a state university. She could have gotten a college degree without spending $250,000 in the process. And that's something that I think we need to instill in our high school seniors, juniors, whatever. When you're picking out a school, pick one that you can afford to go to. If you can't afford to get scholarships, or if you don't have scholarships and you can't afford it, and you have to take out a loan, then pick a college that is affordable to pay back the loan. Pick a field where you can get a job that pays decent money, and you can actually pay back your debt. Because we've got people like AOC, we've got people like Bernie, Elizabeth Warren, so many others now that are talking about a program to forgive student loan debt. Bernie just wants to forgive all of it, and Elizabeth Warren at least wants it to be based on your income level. But I have an issue with that. I don't have a student loan, but I've got a house mortgage, I've got a vehicle loan. What about those? I need to have my vehicle to go to work. I need to have my house in order to live and have a place to sleep at night. And so why don't I get to have my debt forgiven? Well, how's come it's only the people with student loans? And if that's the case, then I'm sure as heck going to take out $250,000 student loan to go to Harvard or wherever. If I'm not going to have to pay it back, then by golly, I'm going to go stay in Boston for a while and go to Harvard and get my Harvard degree. If it's going to be free, why not? Why wouldn't everybody do that? Of course, I also have to pass strict admissions standards to get into Harvard, which I think is preposterous. They should open that up and let everybody into Harvard. You should just get to go to Harvard because you want to, and it should be free, right? Sorry, guys, I'm not keeping up with the comments as I'm driving and ranting here, but I really just wanted to get this off my chest because it really bugged me when I was listening to that. You take out a debt, you sign on the line that says you're going to pay it back. If you don't, then you get stuff repossessed or you get put into collections. Potentially, you can get locked up if you've got enough debt that you don't pay back, right? So don't ask me how I know. I've paid a lot of stupid tax over the years. Made a lot of stupid financial decisions when I was young, and it takes forever to rectify those situations. But the thing is, it's just bothering me that we want to forgive all the student loan debt. What about the people that did pay it back? What about the people that actually did it right? Went to school, got a job, paid their student loans back. They don't have any debt left anymore because they did what they were supposed to do. Are we going to give reparations? Do we have that budgeted in to that lump sum, Bernie? Because I know people that paid their student loans off because they got reasonable amounts in student loan debt that they could pay back with a good job that they got with their education. That's the way it's supposed to work, and it's fine. That's the way it works. But yeah, I don't agree with giving away free money or tax money, because the money is going to come from somewhere. It's coming from a tax. So don't like it. Calaveras, you're doing it right. Just saying. Mad Sexy, I went for a year and then I decided that the smart thing to do would be to get married instead of stay in school. That marriage did not work out. I should have stayed in school, but I learned a lot of valuable life lessons. But no, I never finished my degree. The other question I have is, why are we looking at student loan debt like this is the major issue going on in our country? If these politicians, these people who think that they know more than we do about running our country, if Bernie is so smart and he thinks that we're going to have so much money coming out of the federal budget to pay off all of the people's student loan debts, now that begs another question. Is it going to be only citizens or anybody who comes to the United States to go to college? What if I'm a U.S. citizen and I went to college out of the country and I was on a foreign exchange program? Do I get my stuff covered then? I don't know what happens. So I don't know why we have to worry about this when we've got people in not every jurisdiction or constituency, but we've got people in every state in the union, I'm sure, who are homeless. If we're going to give out free money and give people stuff for nothing, why don't we at least build houses for people? Why don't we give them free housing, free food, things like, oh wait, we tried that with the natives. Didn't work out so hot on the reservations. I don't know why anybody in their right mind would sign up for that program after seeing some of the things that I've seen on reservations. If you want to strip a people of all of their pride, then go ahead and give them everything that they need. Just hand it to them. Don't make them work for it. They have no pride in living. Focus on the 22 veterans who kill themselves every day because they have issues that they don't know who to talk to about or how to talk it out or how to deal with it. It's not just veterans that have that issue. Let's focus on that and maybe come up with free money to help people who actually need help. How about the people who are struggling? They have a job, they have a house, they just have a hard time making ends meet. There's too much month at the end of the money. we've got people living off the government. Why not just a little bit of help for the people that need it? Take away the help for the people that don't. Here I go thinking all logical again. I'm sorry. I forgot we were talking about New York, Vermont, places like California. Not the good part that Calaveras is in, but the part that controls all the votes. Craziness, I know. Anyway, I had to get that off my chest. Figured that you guys would be a great sounding board for that. I've got a few other things that I'm kicking around in my head. I've got all these ideas floating, and I just got to take the time sometime to nail them down and make them into a video. But I'm going to talk about not so much Native Americans on reservations, but just in general. If you have everything provided for you, you've got all the food you can eat. You've got a place to stay that's nice and warm and cozy. You've got everything that you could ever possibly need, but yet you lack freedom. And people always crave the freedoms that they don't lack, right? You can have everything that you want. You just have to do what you're told, when you're told, how you're told. And I've got an interesting, I think anyway, interesting spin that I want to put on that to kind of make a point. So we'll see how that works. But hopefully I can get some time and maybe make that video later this week or over the weekend, or sometime before the 2020 elections. So, all right, I see that I got tagged there. Oh, you're in Sacramento, not the good part. My bad. Well, you're just one of the good parts of California then. I've got a few friends from Cali that I don't know if I want to paint people with a brush called conservative or liberal or whatever, but I've got a few friends who are like-minded and have their head on straight like you do, so it's all good. Good old road construction. Love this time of year. We'll be here a while. That's all right. No noise this way. Just you and me and the sound air conditioner. So what else is happening? I haven't checked any headlines today. Anything going on today that we need to talk about? Mad Sexy's the little percent of North California that hates the liberals. July 1's going to be a hoot. Is that when the new ammo regulations kick in? A couple things happened July 1. One of them's close to home for me. Not in my state, but Morgan Hill, California. Is that the car dealer one? I saw that you posted that this morning, and I saw the thing that the city put out that was more of the same mindless drivel. So yeah, July 1st, which is Monday, right? This coming Monday. Yeah, I read that. I read the article. Interesting deal. You guys just need a law that says it's illegal to shoot people if you get fired. And I'm sure that everybody will obey the law if you just pass another law. So work on that, Pickle. Just get that done. Make it happen. Have your people called my people. We'll make it work. So you guys, what is it now? You have to show ID, or you have to go through background checks, or what is it starting on Monday to buy ammo? And yeah, I bet there's going to be a run on ammo. I bet you guys are going to be hard pressed to find it on the shelves this weekend. Mad Sexy says the same thing. Nobody's got any ammo. What happens if you order online and you get your order placed before Sunday night? Is that something that you can still do? Or you can't? You already can't order online, can you? Well, that's awesome. Way to restrict your constitutional rights there, state of California. Is that what you were showing me when you were roboting last night, Calaveras? I get it now. Everything just went click in my brain. Stockpiling, supplies, and prepping, and new laws changing, and rights being restricted, and I get it now. I understand completely what you were showing me last night on your camera. It was just hard to see, so I understand now. Um, Now, I was going to say July 1st, my neighbors to the north up in South Dakota uh, will have permitless carry starting on Monday. So anybody who's going to be in South Dakota, you do not need a permit to, if you're legally able to possess a firearm, then you don't need a permit to carry a concealed handgun in the state of South Dakota. They do have a few restrictions on places that are gun-free zones still. And of course, all the federally restricted places still stand, so you still have to know your laws. But vehicle carry, on-body carry, whatever it is, it's all good now in almost now. Starting Monday, it's all good in South Dakota. No permit required. And the way that I've read this, it spills over to non-residents, just like it does in Kansas or Missouri. As long as you are able to legally possess a firearm within the United States of America, you've not been adjudicated mentally incompetent, you're not a felon, all the normal stuff, then you can carry in South Dakota starting on Monday without a permit. Kind of cool. If you're a South Dakota resident and you want to carry across state lines, then you still have to get the enhanced permit to carry in Nebraska. So I'm sure that people will still get that permit if they're going to cross the state line. But for those of you who stay within the confines of South Dakota borders, then no permit necessary. So I wish that Nebraska would do that, but it's going to be a while because we lost the only friend we had on our Judiciary Committee in the unicameral in the last election, and we had a very pro-gun state senator who was the chair on the Judiciary Committee, and she did not get reelected. So now we have no friends on Judiciary. So until something changes again, we are not going to get any pro-gun bills passed. At best, we can just fight off anti-gun bills in Lincoln. So if you want to keep up on those goings on, check out Nebraska Firearm Owners Association, nebraskafirearms.org. Even if you're not here in the state, you can check that out. You can even be members, you just don't get to vote on stuff. And it's free. Best part of it, it's free. You've seen Patricia Harold on some of the 2A Tuesday chats. She is the current president of the NFOA. There's, I think, at any given time, there's 4 board members, and I've met 3 of the 4. They're all cool. We've had Rod Moeller on 2A Tuesday before. I think he was there the night of the red flag chat. We've had Trey, who I interviewed at a gun show. You can find that video on the channel. So yeah, it's good to have friends in high places, right? Here we go. What a great job she has. Stand there in the sun, hold the sign up, stay hydrated, get tan, but not too tan. All right, well, as we drive through road construction, let me flip the camera back around. Sorry about that, guys. Don't know what happened. I think we're back. I think I lost everybody in the process. Got one watching now. Woohoo! Good old technical difficulties. And it's very difficult to correct said technical difficulties when one is driving through road construction. What's up, Stan? Kingpin? It's hard to fix your phone when you're driving through road construction. So that was not the priority as I was driving slowly past people working on the highway. So thanks for coming back, and thanks to some of you for just joining now. Catch the beginning of the video and hear my rants, the grumpy old man part. Got it off my chest. I feel better. Thanks for being there, everybody, listening to me vent. Great therapy. For me, it's worth the price of admission. For you guys, probably not so much. Still appreciate you. What's going on down in the great city of Lexington today, Stan? I still need to get down there, check out your store. It's going to happen. I just don't know when. Although, there is a date, I believe, in August. July or August. We're going to be DJing a wedding in Kearney. So if that happens, I would like to take the time to slip over to Lex and say, hey, are you open on Sundays, Stan? That's the biggest thing, because I probably wouldn't get a chance until Sunday to come check you out. So that's the part I need to know. All right, and we're through. And a big old line of traffic backed up. It's weird, there's not near as much traffic backed up coming from Norfolk as what there is the line that I'm in going to Norfolk. And I saw that when I came through the first time too. There weren't that many vehicles coming in the line I was in, but then once I got through, there was a good half-mile long line of cars waiting. So yeah. All right. Well, I think I've pretty well lost everybody. And TPC says Grumpy is good. Okay, cool. Y'all are thinking it. I'm just not scared to say it half the time. I think that's some of what's going on. We've got a lot of people that are scared to just say what they feel. And not everybody wants to call a spade a spade. I just call it like I see it. I understand that not all of you agree with everything I say. I'm good with it. You keep coming back and watching, so I'm really good with that too. I appreciate everybody that watches. Gained some new Patreon support last night. That was awesome. One more shout out to Calaveras, my newest Patreon patron. And yeah, that's cool. And you can go on Patreon and see who my patrons are. It's not hidden knowledge, but we've got, I think, 10 of them. We're back up to 10 now. So really appreciate the support. Kingpin disagrees with me. He says he agrees with everything I say, except for the part that I just said you disagreed with. You, sir, just created a paradox, and my head just spun around. So, good on you. What was the other? It's official? Adam says it's official. Is it just going to be abbreviated, though? Is it going to say YC9 on the side? That I don't know. TPC, wait till you hear about my next video. Lots of folks will be annoyed. Cool. That's all right. Because you know what I've noticed is there's two kinds of videos that people tend to share, the ones they really agree with and the ones they really don't. So I'm good. I'm good with it. In fact, the more people I stir up, the more a video tends to do well. So unless it's a review, I hadn't checked in a while. My Klinger Holsters review is up over 700 views now, which is crazy because I've only got once broken through the 1,000 mark, and that was that one that somebody shared on Twitter. Apparently, I didn't even have Twitter, so I don't know what happened. But I haven't had a big video break loose like that since, so that was just a lightning strike. Two models, base, and one that has heat cannon on the slide, rolled or engraved or something. That's cool. That's all right. I did order some stuff last night on Amazon that we're going to be doing some product reviews on. So maybe we'll be able to do a few more product review videos. I did post up a video. I mentioned it last night. All the stuff I got from from gearwebsites.com for Free Patch Friday a couple weeks back. I finally got that video posted, but you can only see it if you're a Patreon patron or if you are a member of the Get Off My Lawn group on Facebook. And if you want to be a member of that, go find Sandhills Shooter on Facebook, and then there's a link there to join the group, which is just for people who follow the channel. You can post stuff up, have discussions, whatever you want there. Got to follow the rules. Got to answer the questions, or we will not let you in the group. So don't forget to answer the questions. So, all right. Adam Jimenez needs to get back to work. But thanks for stopping in. Thanks for the thumb. Appreciate it. Still going to make that video. I haven't forgotten, Adam. I just have not remembered it in a timely fashion all the time. That's all. But I still plan on making the video. My VR to your challenge there. Your encouragement, whatever you call it, what the Second Amendment means to me. So I think I'm going to get that ready and post that up, have that drop next Tuesday, before the 2A Tuesday chat happens. So try to get that shot over the weekend and polish off the rough edges a little bit. It's hard right now. My computer's about, my memory's about full. I need to get a new computer. I need to offload a bunch of stuff from this one, at least onto a backup drive, which I don't have yet either. So computer equipment is one of the things that that viewer support is going to go to first. Just getting stuff freed up. So because I'm on one computer, and it's just a laptop, but on the same computer that I do all the live broadcasts through, and that I edit videos on, it also holds all of my DJ library. And I've got to get that offloaded to a safe spot, just in case my system would ever crash. Can't have that, so definitely need to get that backed up. So probably the first thing that we purchase with viewer support is going to be a backup drive to keep all of the videos and the music both. It's going to be dual purpose. It will be used for the channel to keep everything safe that we've got done. And then eventually we will upgrade the computer to one that can actually edit videos, because right now editing a 5-minute video takes me about 3 hours. That doesn't include the time it takes to upload it or anything like that. My computer is just woefully underpowered. It's got 8 gigs of RAM. It's not the RAM, it's just old and tired. It's about a 5-year-old computer. So that doesn't help any. So, oh, dead horses in the house. My phone screen is very dim, so I can't see very well. I wonder if I can adjust that, and if I can do it without messing up the feed. Didn't get much better. It's bright looking through the windshield, so to readjust my eyeballs back to the screen, I can't always read the comments very well right away. But hopefully I haven't missed anybody. If I did miss a comment, restate it in the video, or excuse me, in the comments down below the video once this renders, and you can watch it on replay. And I will be sure and answer the question or comment on your comment, respond to the comment, whatever it was. But yeah, I agree. Backing up data is important. It's kind of like writing something down. If you don't write it down, it never happened, right? That's how some of the things that have turned into mythology maybe came from real events, but nothing got recorded in history books for a long time. So we only have the stories and the retelling to go off of. And that's how myths and legends are born, right? So backing it up is like writing it down. It's electronically writing it down. So it did indeed happen. So that's cool. All right. Well, we are almost back to my place of employment. So I am going to sign off. This has been another grumpy old man rant live from the driver's seat. I appreciate everybody who took the time out of their day to watch this, whether you were with us live or whether you caught us on the replay. We appreciate you. If you want to, go to patreon.com/sandhillshooter. Check out the cool stuff that we have to offer there. Check us out on Facebook. If you haven't liked us, facebook.com/sandhillshooter. Check us out on Twitter too. It's @sandhillshooter, but that's too many letters. So shooter does not have an E at the end. It's just Sandhills, SHOOTR. But check us out on Twitter too. We like the likes, we like the follows, we like all that stuff. So love you guys. God bless. Thanks for being here. And don't forget, get off my lawn.